Good afternoon. You know, rainy days and Mondays always get me down. I'm so glad it's not Monday. How are you doing, my friends and family? Well, I kind of gave everybody the advice they need, I hope, and I hope it was worthy advice because today I want my talking points to be about school. I started school when I was 7 years old, and it had to do with the date of my birth. And I started in Austin, Texas when we were living on Kenilworth, and I went to Harris Elementary. Don't remember much about the first, second, or third grade, but I do remember in the first grade I got a crush on a little boy named Dean Harris. And I kept that crush on him all the way to the last semester of the fifth grade when we transferred to Pierce Junior High. And I think my favorite year was the fourth grade. I had a teacher, and her name was Mrs. Adams. I think she was the most wonderful woman who ever walked on the face of the earth. And maybe it was because I was her pet. Or maybe everybody was her pet. But she made me feel so special. You know, she gave me hugs. She made your life worth living. She was that wonderful of a person. I remember that year she gave a Halloween party, and she had those things you had to crawl through and fill it with spaghetti, and she had a wonderland of holiday things to do, and we dressed up in our costumes. And I think it was one of the best Halloweens I ever had in my entire life. Well, I had good Halloweens with my children, but as for my childhood, that was the best Halloween I ever had. And it's actually the only one that I remember, too. And I remember one time the class was going on a class trip, and we were going to go to Houston to see the San Jacinto Monument. And my parents said I couldn't go because it wasn't in our budget. And I was the only one in the class who wasn't going to get to go to the San Jacinto Monument. But Mrs. Adams paid my bus fare and everything I needed to do so that I could enjoy that day. And so when I see the San Jacinto Monument, I see Miss Adams. When some people walk into your lives, they never walk out. And I wish she was alive today so I could just reach out to her and give that big hug and tell her how much I love her and how thankful that I was that she was in my life. She made my life very special. And so there's no dark sides to this story. But that is the story that I have today. Can't remember anything really special about Harris Elementary, but I did go there for 5 years, and it was wonderful. So, having said that, now I have this little tiny piece of paper. You know that I can't read it because it's too little. So I wrote it on my book, and I'll read it to you on my book. And I'm going to start talking about my doTERRA. Now, you know doTERRA is not approved by the FDA. You can't patent plants. That's why. But the FDA says we can't make any claims to how the oils work. So if you have testimony how the oils work for you, put them down in the comments. We would love to hear them. Oh, and I forgot to say, if you like my video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like my video, give me a thumbs up. I just want thumbs up. And, take that little red dot if I'm boring you and just take it across. So that gives me credit. And I need credit. And I'll tell you one thing. Anytime I listen to anybody's video and I get bored with it because it wasn't really what I want to hear, I like it. And I take that little red button all the way across. Because you have to stop and think. These people have worked really hard putting their videos together. My video is simple, but sometimes I mess up on my words and I have to do it 3 or 4 times. Oh, and that is so stressful. And that causes so much anxiety. Anxiety is the subject of my doTERRA today. So, what did I do with my paper? It says tips to help with an anxiety attack. Do you ever get an anxiety attack? When I do, man. I think I had a couple of them yesterday. But anyway, when you get this anxiety attack, what you need to do is look around. Take your breath. Just take, Now, after you look around, you want to find 5 things that you can see. And then you want to find 4 things that you can touch. Then you want to find 3 things that you can hear. And you want to find 2 things you can smell. Breathe in that air while you're smelling it. Enjoy. And then you want to find 1 thing you can taste. And this is what they call grounding. And when you ground yourself, this helps you feel... Okay, let me read this. Because I'm getting all these grounding things in my mind that are so exciting, but I want to stick to the subject. This is called grounding. It can help when you feel that you have lost all control of your surroundings. And that is what anxiety is. It's when you've lost control. You can't breathe, you can't think. So take those tips. 5 things. These are your senses. Your eyes, your touch, your hearing, your smell, and your taste. Use your 5 senses and it just brings you down calmly back to the earth. And so that leads me on into the oil that I want to talk about. I went looking for the bottle and then I remembered I used all of it. So that has to be on my list when I do my order this month. It's a really good oil and it's called Balance. And I wrote it down right here because I had such a perfect memory. Balance is a very good grounding blend. It offers you a tranquil aroma. It just kind of calms you down. And it suggests harmony to the mind and the body, and it balances your emotions. When you're having an anxiety attack, you really need to have your emotions balanced. Okay, it has a warm, woody aroma. It's a perfect blend of spruce, hoe wood. Never heard of hoe wood, but I'll have to look that up someday if I remember. So the balance is spruce, hoe wood, frankincense, blue tansy, and blue chamomile. And it's mixed in fractionated coconut oil. And you put it on your feet. This is not one you can eat. It doesn't have that little suggestion on it. So you can diffuse it, you can smell it, you can put it on your feet, you put it on your temples, whatever. And grounds you. It brings you back to your Mother Earth, you know. Now, spruce was used by the Native American people for their health and for their spiritual reasons, and is still being used today to bring harmony to the mind and the body. So, you know, I think when I'm in the forest and there's spruce there, you automatically get calm just by smelling it. So, you know, it's a good thing. And if you would like some of this balance, you can look down in my description box and you can tap on my website, my.doTERRA.com/Genie24, and you can get this wonderful oil for yourself. And you know, when you go to the store and you're buying school supplies, see this little pencil box? This is so awesome, because look how many oils it holds. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 oils. I don't know if you need 7 oils all at one time, but I keep it, you know, I use a lot of oil, so I keep things for different things, and then I forget, and I open one when it doesn't need to be opened, because I'm so unorganized now. But I'm becoming more organized, and that's a good thing. So, that is the end of my little video today, and I really hope you enjoy. And remember, like, thumbs up, share, subscribe if you can, and if you can't, you know, tell your friends. I think I'm pretty interesting, maybe, especially when I mess up on my words. Even I stop and laugh and go, oh my God, did I really say that? And I go, oh, yes I did. But this is what I say with all my heart. May all your dreams come true, and may all your hopes be fulfilled. God bless you.